This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time! Presenting the champion of the world, Phil Wham Bam Benamino!
Yo, it's your boy. It's Phil, a.k.a. Wham Bam Benamino here today. And we are Wednesday, and it's Wham Bam Wednesday. And that's right, due by popular demand, everybody wanting to hear this episodes of Wham Bam's podcast, we decided we are going to now delegate Wednesdays to our new episodes. So we're only going to do one a week, so you better follow us. Make sure you follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you hit the little alert button so you can get alerts when we have our new episodes. But look, every Wednesday, it's Wham Bam Wednesday, baby. But today's Wednesday, let me tell you what, we got a special kid that's going to be in the house today. He is a 4-star athlete. He's right here. He's local in Georgia. He's going to Alpharetta High School. Shout out to the big Raiders over there. And we're going to talk to him in a few minutes of what it's like and the pressures and football and everything that's going on in his life. So we're super excited about that. But remember, this show is everything about ordinary people that can do extraordinary things. And that's what it's all about, man. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a professional athlete. You don't have to do anything to be exceptional. You just got to have the desire and the want. And there's a lot of people out there that do crazy self-made stuff. And you know what? We're exposing those people. And, you know, like today's show itself, a young gentleman who's got big dreams, and now his dreams are becoming a reality. And we're going to talk about him. Oh, I think he's coming in right now. He's coming in. Hey, Ethan Barbour, what's up, buddy? How are you today?
Good. How are you, Coach B?
I'm doing awesome, man. Thanks a lot for joining us here today on our show. Really appreciate having you out here today. I know you're a busy kid there, especially now with all the recruiting going on and football and everything. Let me give our viewers real quick some fun facts about Ethan. Number one, he's a 6'3", 230-pound rising junior. So he still has another, couple years of high school in him. We're going to talk a little bit about football, but he's a multi-athlete. Football as a sophomore, he went ahead and he grabbed 12 touchdowns. He caught 51 catches for over 714 yards. He's averaging about 59.5 yards per game. Is that right, Ethan?
Yes.
So we're going to do better this year, I know. And most importantly, he's averaging 14 yards. He's getting them yak yards, man. He's getting them yak yards, which are huge. 2-3 extra yak yards every single time he touches the ball. So super excited to have you, Ethan. Looking forward to this, chopping it up with you here today, man. So tell us a little bit about, real quick, tell us about some sports that you're in. What are the things that you're in right now?
So I'm in basketball, football, of course, and track to get faster.
Track, nice. What are you running in track?
For track, so the last 2 years I've been going to practices to get faster. This year I might run the 100. I'm not in that 400. That's the stamina. That's the stamina right there. So I'm probably gonna run the 100. But the main focus is just to get faster, getting that 4.5 range, 4.4 range.
That's good.
Be an elite tight end.
There you go. At least the goals, man. He's got goals. Now, obviously, you've been playing football for a really long time. So football's been in your life. How old were you, and when did you start really playing football and stuff like that?
So I was probably about 7 years old. I first started out on a local Forsyth team, actually, West Forsyth Wolverines. And then I merged into the North Atlanta Giants, Brandon Jacobs, Little League team. And then,
big shout out, first of all, to the New York Giant, Brandon Jacobs, man. He's done some awesome things on the field, but I'm telling you right now, he's done even more awesome things off the field. The guy's a 2-time Super Bowl champ, but what he's done with some of the youth programs around here and developing some of these football players, he's done a great job. So you're very fortunate to be able to have him as a coach too, as well.
Of course. He got me basically where I am today, in terms of just having that dog in me. That's what separates me apart from everybody else. He just put it in me since I was a little kid, fear nobody, fear no man, only fear God, and that's what's made me put that work in and be able to perform on the big stage under the lights and outperform everyone.
That's good. Now, let me ask you real quick, though. What was your favorite sport? Was football always your sport?
No, it was actually basketball.
Yeah, that was your favorite one.
Yeah,
okay.
So I was a hooper. That's why I get my little jig from.
Okay.
Football. Yeah, basketball was my thing. I was always I was a 3-point type of guy. I was big.
Uh-huh.
That everybody think I'd be like a paint player, but no, I had handles.
Okay.
And I was putting up from behind the 3-point line. So, that was my thing. And then football came along and it took off from there.
Yeah. Now you've been playing football since how? What, you were like 6 or 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
6 or 7. So you got many years in that and stuff. So I'm sure you had a lot of mom and dad were there through the whole thing, bringing in stuff. How many did you go to camps and stuff like that? Is this something like? When did you say to yourself that, you know what, football is something I want to pursue? I mean, is that something you want to do for a living?
Yes, football is something I want to do for a living. My main goal is to make it to the NFL. So that's been everything since that breaking point, 10, 11 years old. That was basketball. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be a basketball player. I'm going to NBA. Like, I know I'm going to the NBA. And then, boom, football hit, that reality check. I'm just like, oh, maybe I can pursue this sport and, put that work in ever since. Manage my time well, and just got the best that can get up out of me. So
That's good. That's good stuff. Being a young athlete and stuff, obviously, and having the success and everything that you have playing the game and stuff at a young age. I know obviously you play with the Giants. Obviously you went to a lot of camps and stuff, but I also remember as an 8th grader, you were up there playing with the Alpharetta High School, with the big boys, the 9, 10, 11, 12 year old, seniors and stuff. What was that transition like, man? Were you a little nervous? Were you scared? Because I was fortunate enough to be there at the time, and you didn't look nervous at all, man.
So actually I was nervous at first. I came in, these dudes are 60, 50 pounds. They weigh way more than me. I was probably about 180 at the time. So that's like, nowadays, that's like a receiver weight.
Right.
I was in the box. I was going against big D linemen, big linebackers. So that first practice, yeah, I came in nervous, and then once some pads clacked, that's where it all went down. That's where it all just went away. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm that guy. Like, I'm gonna show y'all I'm that guy. Even though I'm an 8th grader, everybody gonna doubt me or whatever. Oh, they don't think I'm gonna do anything. But yeah, then that's when it happened. Put 2 big time players on our team on their butt. And I just shocked the team from after that. Like, who is this guy? So that's what really put me on the map there.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that really gave you the confidence to say, listen, I can play with anybody. It's a guy, guy's over me regardless of what size he is. If I get good form and I get good technique, and boom, I can go ahead and take him down and stuff. So, talk a little bit about, work ethics. Obviously, you have some incredible work ethics to be the athlete that you are today, but, you got a little bit of a new, uprising, becoming a 4-star athlete now, right?
Yeah.
So you're filling in the dots there, you can only get a 5-star. So, and I know you still got 2 more years to get there, but what's it like being a 4-star athlete, dude? There's a very, very elite group right there to be recognized.
I mean, now you got a target on your back. Everybody's coming for that spot. Oh, yeah, I want to embarrass him. Oh, yeah, I want to do this and this to him. So that means you just got to outwork everybody and continue to outwork everybody. So my motto is I get my work done in the day so I can hang out later. And, that's really helped me just steady getting that good work in so I can stay on pace and be better than everybody else. Because now I got to get used to being double teamed during the game. So I need to know how to beat that. I need to know where the defense's weak points are to best exploit them, and how I can get open, continue to get the numbers that I've been getting.
You know what, E? It's so great to hear you say that, because so many kids out there don't realize, they get so excited about being a 4-star athlete, but there's a lot of pressures that come with that. Because like you said, you got this little dagger in your back. Everybody wants to knock you down. Everybody got a little chip on their shoulder, like, I want to take him out. I want to take him out. And it.
Yep.
It's coming. And it's not just one day. It's week after week after week. You're going to be, dealing with kids that are coming for you and stuff. But I guess that's got to help you improve yourself and getting ready and stuff for game day and stuff. Knowing that, you got to be prepared. What is your off seasons like? What is your time like? Like, the summer, it's big summer and everything. What are you doing this summer to stay in shape and do things?
So we have practice in the morning that runs from about 7:00 to 11:30. And then after that, I'll usually get extra workout in at Adapt Physical Therapy. That's where a lot of the top guys go, NFL players, college players, high school players. That's a good workout. Or I'll go to the field on my own and get some footwork in, work on my releases, what I would do if a DB's right here, what would I do if a DB's right there, press coverage, off man, zone coverage, that type of stuff, just like thinking through things. And then on the weekends when I have a chance and when my guy's in town, Top Shelf TJ, shout out him.
Yeah, shout out. There we go.
Yep, that's my guy. He's got me to where my route running is now. I mean, that's a master right there. That's a lab.
There you go.
Lab work there.
It's different,
Yeah.
right? It's a different workout.
Yep. So that's how my route running got so good.
Good. That's good. Let's talk a little bit about health wise, because you know what, one of the biggest things when kids get into a certain area, and they get into a different level, you got to worry about the body as well, because people are like, hey man, this is my chance. This is my opportunity. Colleges are looking at me now. We're going to talk about that in a little bit and some of the offers and different things, but how do you keep yourself healthy so that, you don't get injured and stuff?
I'm stretching 15, 30 minutes a night. That's how I prevent most of my injuries, staying loose, stretching my hamstring, stretching my hips. Hips are a big thing.
How important is that, Ethan? Because so many kids today don't realize stretching, how important that is.
I mean, stretching is that's like, you got to take care of your body. Your body is your money, you got to take care of that. Your hips, getting down in routes, getting down into your stance. I mean, it's a big thing. So I really stress focusing and stretching my hips more than everything else. So I stretch my hips, hamstrings, calves, most of my posterior chain. So I don't lock up when I'm running or, pull something, because, that's how people get hurt and that's how, their career ends. They get hurt too much. So I really focus on taking care of my body. I'm in the training room when I need to be in the training room getting treatment. We don't have as much treatment as you would get in the college room, of course, but rolling out or maybe getting stem or getting ice, that's really, really important. And then, like I said earlier, adapt physical therapy. They have therapy there as well. The
compression stuff and everything.
The compression sleeves.
Yeah.
They got many things over there. So, yeah.
So, you know what? I got to be honest with you because, you say it's not as much as like college, but it's so much more today than it ever was in the past. So you kids today have so much more access to things that can physically help you recover and stuff. It's just those that are actually taking the time and taking advantage to actually do it. How many kids after practice are just running to get home and running to Chick-fil-A, right, to get that grub and stuff, instead of actually getting into the PT, getting into the therapy to kind of help your body recover and stuff. And that's huge. Because I think that plays a big important piece of the lifeline of the longevity of how long you can play. So, kind of takes me back. I remember a game. In fact, Sammy Brown, one of the top, linebackers recruit and stuff this year. He's a senior, obviously he's older than you. But I remember when you played Jefferson and stuff, how, he was a big dog and everybody was there. But, you got hurt. You broke your arm. You broke your hand that game. Yeah. You still hauled in 2 touchdown passes. You guys were right there, right there to the end of the game. Actually should have won the game, right, and stuff. But, you showed a lot of, perseverance and you showed a lot of determination for your team, because at that point in time, I mean, you're a sophomore. You didn't really have to take that risk, wrapping it up, putting some foam on it and going out there and risking your future and stuff. Yep. Was that ever a question in your mind, or was it like, nah, man, my team needs me, I'm in?
Yeah. Like I was like, no, I can't come out of the game. Like, yeah, it's broken, but I got to get back in, tape it up, roll it up, put some stuff on it, but I'm getting back in the game. I had to help my team win. And, even though, I mean, it was very painful. I mean, I had to bear through the pain, even in the run game. Run game is probably the hardest thing to do. Probably trying to block somebody with a broken wrist. Can't
use that hand. Yeah. You can't use that hand.
I was blocking with my left hand, I think. Left hand. I was blocking with one hand only, so I had to pin the end or try to cut off the end. So that was pretty hard. But the passing game, that's where I really had to get used to that cast on my arm. So I ended up catching a couple passes, some big time passes. So I think it was 4th down, and it was 4th, or the game was over.
Yeah, I was there. I remember that catch actually. Yeah. Yes, you hold it in one arm.
Yeah, Ben Guthrie, shout out Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben over at Georgia Tech now, right?
Georgia Tech. He threw me the ball. He was under pressure. He got it off, and then boom, we down on I catch the ball. We're down on the 2-yard line, and then the play after that, I seal off the end, and we score a touchdown to win the game.
That's right.
And then of course the defense come down to get a block field goal to win as well.
That's right. It was huge. I remember that. It was a big thing. And you talk about it. I actually talked to Quan was in here a couple of episodes ago and stuff. Was talking about his episode with Georgia Tech and being hurt and some of the injuries and stuff that he faced and stuff. That's something that you got to really look at and you got to think about. You got to understand that practice is just as important as recovery.
Yep.
And if you don't take care of your body, like you said, that's the money, and stuff. If this is something truly what you want to do as a job, you gotta protect that and stuff. Mm-hmm. How about foods and stuff? What kind of food you eating?
I'm kind of like at a like a balance. So fast food and then home cooked food. Uh-huh. Usually probably about from Sunday to Thursday, we're eating in the house, and then Friday, Saturday, I'm probably eating fast food.
Gotcha.
So, when my dad...
What's your go-to, man? What's your favorite food to eat?
When my dad cooked the steak, it's kind of like unmatchable steak.
Oh, Big Eric cooking that steak up there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to try that one out. Then I want to call him, get a hookup on that one. Mm-hmm. So, you know what? Let's talk about your parents for a second. I had the great opportunity to talk to your dad a lot and stuff, and kudos to them, the support obviously that they give you and stuff. But what does that mean to you? Have you recognized the fact that you wouldn't be where you are today without your parents? I
have great parents. They paved that path for me, engraved the right things in my mind. Always doing the right thing, working hard. You got to get what's yours, and nobody's just gonna give it to you. You always got to work for it. Always being a good person. I was a bad kid from elementary school. A whole elementary school, I was bad. And there was like.
That's that dog in you? Is that dog in you?
Yeah, I don't know, but that was
when you were
dog.
Bad. Tell me something you did that was bad that you remember specifically. That hey man, I shouldn't have done this.
I was talking back.
Oh no,
I was stiff arming kids at football in recess. Got me sent to the principal's office. So that was a tough time. But then 6th grade, there was like, you better get your grades right. Not the grades, but you better get your act right, or you're not gonna be able to get far in life. So that's when I really flipped the switch. I started being respectful, doing things with kindness, killing people with kindness, being respectful towards my teachers, and that helped me as well. That's where how my grades have got to where they are today.
Kids, if you're listening out there today, kids, hear what he just said. Be kind, okay, to all your elders, whether they're your teachers or friends. It's huge. Ethan, what you said, man, your parents done a great job instilling that stuff with you, because truthfully, more and more kids need to understand and respect the elders, because truthfully, let's face it, times change. Mm-hmm. I didn't have an iPhone growing up. They didn't have them. You know what I mean? Now I think there's like iPhone, 12, 13, 14. I don't even know. They keep making them and stuff. So times are changing and stuff. And luckily people are getting more opportunities, just like your children will have more opportunities one day as well. But, kids aren't always the kindest and nicest, and actually being an athlete that you are, do you ever get challenged? At school, somebody, they want to, be a little bit of a bully or a little bit of a punk because they think, Ethan's the big guy and, he's a 4-star athlete, or do they pretty much respect you?
Most people respect me, but then, there's always those knuckleheads that try to get you to do stupid stuff. So, you can get in trouble and, your career can fall down, because
there you go.
When you get that status, now you have to really start thinking about your actions. I was already thinking about, think before you do, but now you really got to think before you do, because you make one wrong move and now your career is down the drain. So you're supposed to stay out of trouble at school, hang with the right people. That's also important. If hanging with the wrong people, that's what you're going to do. You're going to take their habits and implement them in your life. But you hang around great people, you're going to implement their habits.
Damn, how old are you again, Ethan? 16? You sure you're not 36, man? You're saying some really, really deep stuff, man. And you're 100% right. And I hope most kids out there listening are listening to this and actually, take it to heart, because you're spot on. I always say, show me your surroundings, I'll show you your future and stuff. And you're right, man. One wrong move, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the consequences and stuff. You got to always ask yourself that as well and stuff. So wait a second. This is a time where we got to take a minute and thank our sponsors. I want to thank Cost Plus Processing for sponsoring this. It's a company that helps business owners nationwide eliminate 100% of processing fees. So if you're a merchant out there and you're taking credit cards and you're still paying fees, call Cost Plus Processing at 1-855-391-9190. Mention this podcast and get a special gift. Once again, it's 1-855-391-9190. So let's get back into the show here. We're here with Ethan Barbour, 16-year-old, rising, going to be a junior this year, 4-star athlete at Alpharetta Raiders. And you know what, Ethan, you got a great crew over there at Alpharetta. You got Mr. Curves over there, Coach Curves from Alabama, got a huge background. You got Taekwon over there, from Georgia Tech. So you got a lot of good, solid people, foundation around you.
Yes, sir.
What has that done for you? How do you feel like that's helped elevate you in your life as well?
That's just helped me build me into more of the man I am today. They always preach, real life stuff. They're always being real with you. They're not gonna sugarcoat stuff, especially Quan. Quan's gonna be real with you. He's been there. He's still living his young life, so he's gonna tell you from his experience what things are gonna be like and how they're gonna play out. So they really did like a big thing in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. It's good you recognize that too, because coaches, they're not there for the money. I'll just tell you, man, it's not a very wealthy job, right, to be done. They do it because they love the game, they love the kids, and they love to be able to give back. And ultimately, that's what's happening and stuff. Myself coaching for many years know that for a fact and stuff. Being that you are a 4-star athlete and stuff, talk about some of the pressures that comes with this year. I mean, you're rising junior, you're sophomore. I mean, people got, they got their eyes on you. Like you said, they're trying to knock you down and stuff. But do you feel like it's a little bit more pressure for yourself that you have to perform?
Yeah, it is a pressure that you have to perform. You can't take any plays off anymore. All eyes are on you. You're the hot seat now. So that means you just got to continue to keep working hard. You got to perform on the field. Just go 110%. If you go 110%, then you'll be all right. Even if you mess up, go 110%. That's the thing I really focus on the field. Make sure you just go 110%. Even though if things aren't going well, just continue to play hard. Bring your teammates up. That's a real big one. Bring your teammates up. Get the team together. Because when the team's together, then y'all are going to ride for each other, and then y'all are going to win games. When the team, if things go wrong and the team is not together, things are going to break down. People are going to go pout, be pissy, So that's really a big thing as well.
Yeah. How, talk about the wins and losses, because a lot of times people, they judge the way, a program is by its wins and losses and stuff, and they really don't know the real. Being on the field, being in the grind and understanding. I mean, obviously everybody wants to win, right?
Yep.
But truthfully, it's the losses that really identify you. It's what makes you, a real human is what I like to say, because it brings you in an experience that nobody likes to fail.
Yeah.
And stuff. So talk a little bit about, being Alpharetta. I know being a freshman and stuff, maybe the records weren't as great as you wanted it to be and stuff, but what was that like? And how does it make you feel? Like, I know there's high schools, there's other people poking at you, come here, play here, do this, do that. How does it affect you?
We didn't do well my freshman year, that was more of a rebuilding year. We just need to come together as a team. Of course, people were doubting us. We were getting those side thoughts. Oh, are we going to be good next year? Should I leave? But, I trusted the process. I trusted Coach Curve, and then he brought us together that second year that I was there, my 10th grade year. We got some people in. We had great players. We had great role players, people that just did their job, like I said earlier, 110%. They did their thing. And then we also had some great superstars on our team. And, we had a great team. We were all together. It was like a brotherhood.
But don't you think something like that, being on a team like that, helps you step up? Because you're like, hey, you know what? Somebody's got to step up here. So I'm going to be that dude that does that, and lead by example type of player, and stuff, instead of crying and whining about what I didn't do or what I can't have or what we didn't do. And find a way to make shit happen, ultimately stuff. And I think that's key. You saying trust the process is humongous, because coaching ain't easy for everybody. And you know what? They don't get to go out there and pick their team. The team shows up. and they have to deal with that, right? And then you got to put them in that position that you can excel and you can compete with. So, big shout out to Alfredo over there, man. And I know they've done a good job over there with recruiting and getting the right people in there. And Curves is, going to continue grinding. I know you guys are going to be in the hunt this year. I think you guys are in the top 10 already, right?
Yep.
In the preseason. So,
yes, sir.
That's awesome. So I expect you guys to move up and not down for sure. But, moving on. You talk about you want to go to the NFL. Obviously, colleges, man, they're coming at you. You've gotten a lot of offers. Let's talk about that real quick. I know the viewers, people listening, they want to know, what are some of the offers that you got? Some D1 offers already that are willing to pay for your, full college scholarship and stuff.
SEC schools, Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, Florida, Vanderbilt, Florida State, Ohio State, USC, Oregon, most of the big schools.
Gotcha. Pretty much you're going to be able to go anywhere you want to go.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be a great feeling, to know that, hey, you know what? I can choose. It's one thing they're choosing me, but now I can choose who I want to go play with and stuff. So that's got to be kind of cool and stuff. Talk about some of your visits and stuff, some of the cool experiences and what it's like to go into a Division I college and stuff and be wanted.
I mean, the campuses, they're huge, great fan bases all around. People, the football players are like the superstars on campus. Everyone loves you. Everybody wants to see you win. So they're real supportive. The facilities, they're great. All the facilities, they say, oh yeah, we have the best facilities here, but they're pretty much all the same in terms of big D1 colleges. They got great coaches, great coaching staffs. Great training rooms, great weight rooms, great support staff. So, yeah.
That's good. I mean, not every kid gets that opportunity to go D1 and do that. And you know what? For the listeners that are out there that can't go D1 or don't have that opportunity, what do you say to that kid that still has the same dream to be in the NFL?
Just keep working. Even if you have to go JUCO, I know people that went JUCO that earned their ranks and now they're D1. So I would just say, keep working, even though you may not be looked at during your high school years. You may have to go JUCO. Just keep working and working because they will find you. Just like the NFL, just like if you go to a small college, NFL will find you if you are a player. Just like in high school, if you are a great high school player in a small area, colleges will find you. So I would just say, just keep working, keep grinding. Your opportunity will come.
Yeah, you know what, and I remember you being at a young age too, and people are getting their offers, they're getting the looks, and you're like, hey, when am I going to start getting it? And I remember saying, just stay consistent, man. Work hard, stay consistent, and they will find you. You're going to, as long as you continue to put the work in, and that's what it's about. You got to be willing to put the work in. It doesn't matter. There's kids I know that have gone D3, D2, and they played in the NFL. One, Ali Moppet, that went to Hobart College, and greatest story, who ended up playing in Tampa Bay, captain, played with Tom Brady, got a Super Bowl ring, and he's retired now, and he's young. He's in his 20s still. So, there are opportunities if you want it. So never let that get, in front of your dream. Yep. Being the fact, though, college has changed now because I think they're starting to pay a little cash, huh? Did you get a little cash and stuff that they was already?
Yeah, they're starting to give out money, NIL, that's the name of the game now. So people are paying players tens and thousands of dollars, even a million.
Now, just off the record real quick, because anybody ever kind of throw it out and say, hey, man, I'm willing to throw some millions at you.
Yeah, some people throwing some
So you already got that. 16 years old. What's that feel like to know that, hey, I can go play a game and I can get paid?
I mean, it feels great, but you also got to make sure you take care of the football aspect as well. So, when you got that money, let's keep it for real. What are you paying for in college? Not much. You got your food paid for, you got your housing paid for, you got your equipment paid for. Sometimes you
gotta get your books. Don't forget your books, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your books.
Don't forget your books. You got to get that education. You
got to pay for your books, and you got your education paid for. So that's basically just spending money. So just my advice would be probably just take care of it as well. Just probably invest some of it, take some of it away, and use a little of it just to splurge.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Make sure, and I want everybody to hear this out there, when anybody has got the opportunity to make a little bit of money, or when you do make a little bit of money, you don't just blow it, man. You don't blow it, because you don't know when it's going to come back around.
Yep.
And you want to make it multiply. and stuff. And, being at a young age, you're going to have that opportunity, and that's awesome, to do that. It's got to feel good and stuff. What's Ethan Barbour's summer like? Football's not out, basketball's not out, track's not out. I know you're training and stuff and everything, but, do you have a lot of people calling you up? Hey, let's go out. Let's do this. What's it like as far as even in school? New friends all of a sudden start popping up and stuff.
Yep.
Girlfriends all of a sudden starting to want to date you and stuff, and go out and stuff. What is that like? How do you manage all that?
Yeah, people want to hang out with me, but, I'm pretty much cool with everybody at my school. I've been friends with them at one point in my life in terms of maybe elementary school or middle school. It's just cool to like reconnect with people. I can tell some people are trying to be fake. I try to avoid them, but most of the people I hang out with, they're not fake. We'll go hang out at their house. We'll go hang out maybe at the pool or the lake, go golfing sometimes.
Nice. Do you like to golf?
Yeah, I do love the golf.
Yeah, that is a good sport of yours?
Yes.
You can compete in that?
Yeah, that's my hobby.
That's your hobby. Now, what's your best part of that game?
My golf game?
Yeah. Is it the driving? Is it the putting? The iron play?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good piece of the game to be good at and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome. Now I know you're, obviously your dad's a golfer as well.
Mm-hmm.
You guys play a lot together?
Yeah, we used to play a lot before high school football started. We were playing like maybe 2 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 time every week. So, we were playing all the time. I might be able to play on the high school golf team.
Right.
So,
yeah. Well,
and then
cool.
football started.
Nice. Schooling being a part, education being a part. I know education is big in your household. I know your sister went to Vanderbilt and stuff, so I know you're a smart kid as well. How do you balance when school does roll around? You're playing football, you got tests, you got school and stuff. Mm-hmm. What's a good schedule? Or tell these kids out there how do you do both? Because I hear so many kids that have excuses like I couldn't get this done because I had practice, or I couldn't do this, or I didn't give my best because of this. Like how do you balance it?
So we have a period in the school day where it's just 30 minutes of 30 to 45 minutes, based on the school day, and you can just do your work then. It's just a free period. Well, not technically a free period, just a period you can do your work in. So I try to do most of my work then and during the football season, so I don't have to worry about doing it after practice, because sometimes you get out of practice late, so I don't want to have to worry about doing that, and then cramming it in and not being able to sleep for the next school day, falling asleep in class, because you want to pay attention in class because school is important. So I try to do that during that period. But this year I'm only have like 3 classes, so I'll get out of school way earlier, so probably like 3 hours earlier, so I'll be able to do my schoolwork then and then go to practice and not have to.
So what you're saying is when you have this free time in school, you take advantage of it to do your work.
Yep.
You're not sitting there on the phone scrolling, looking at other people's lives and worrying about what they're doing and stuff. Mm-hmm. Such a good piece of advice there. So many people worried about other people's lives and they're scrolling hours trying to find out what other people are doing instead of putting the time in to focus on their own life, and stuff, because ultimately that's yours. You got one life. It's yours. And you need to do that, which is awesome and stuff. More kids need to take advantage of doing those types of things.
Yes, sir.
Ethan, you said some really, really great stuff today, man. It's amazing the fact that you're only 16 years old. You have a great head on your shoulder and stuff. But there are some kids out there today that, they don't have the opportunities that maybe you got blessed with. Maybe they don't have a mom and dad there. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're not 6'3", 230 pounds. Maybe they're 6'1", 200 stuff. Some kid, but they still have some of the same dreams. What would you tell them kids, today?
Just keep working. You can't determine how tall you're going to be. You can't determine how big you're going to be. Everybody's genetics are different, but I would just tell you, keep working. Because you might be able to have opportunity, and once you have that opportunity, take advantage of it. So I would just tell you, keep working. Do all you can do. And I mean, if you're 5'2" and it don't work out, You got to pursue something else. But maybe if you're 5'8", you could keep working and be the best 5'8" player that someone's ever seen, and you can make it.
That's right.
Never give up your dreams. I would say just keep working and do all you can do.
Think about this 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. What do you want to be remembered for in high school?
Just being a great person and a great role model. Of course, I want to be the best football player in school history, but I also want to be known for, he was academically great. he was just a great role model. You know, he was just a great person. He was always helping out. He was always giving back. So I want to be known as that as well.
Cool. Well, you know what? Before we finish, I want to ask a couple quick questions. Number one, what would you tell other kids out there today that you want them to know as far as the college goes and the recruiting goes and the different pressures? They think it's easy. It's not easy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's exciting, but it's not easy. It's almost nerve-wracking sometimes, right? You know, because you got people pulling at you, and this one's offering you this one's offering you that, and blah, blah, blah. And you got to balance everything and stuff, you know? So, you know, explain to kids that it's not all a bunch of roses.
Yeah. They're preaching sunshines and roses in this recruiting process, but it's going to be way different when you get there. It's not going to be the same. You know, now you're there. They don't have to recruit you anymore. They're not going to feed you any BS, you know? So, just know that if you're getting recruited, they're being a car salesman. They're going to be, feeding you a lot of BS, you know, a lot of stuff that will make you be like, oh yeah, I want to go there. So, just be able to see through that, see what the real is, get to know the program. Not just be like, oh yeah, they're offering me $5 million.
Right.
Don't go there just for the money. You gotta love the school, love the program, and, you know, ultimately love your coaches as well.
Yeah, that's deep. You know, that being said, that being so true and stuff, you know, what do you look for in a program?
I'm looking for a program that can develop me on the field, off the field as a person, and develop me educationally as well. You know, give me a good degree, really shape me into a better man, and also shape me into a better football player so I can ultimately make it to the NFL.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? One last thing I want to ask you, because I know how tight your family is and family means to you, coaches and your mom and dad and everything. But if you can look at your mom and dad right now in the eyes, knowing that you're going through this ride, you know, and I know it's exciting and stuff, what do you want to say to your mom and dad?
Just thank you for everything you've done for me. You know, thank you for putting me in this position that you put me in today. You know, being able to do all that I can do, all the resources that you've been pouring into me. You know, I just really appreciate it. You know, I'll never forget it. And when I make it, I'm gonna give back for sure.
Yeah, that's deep. If that didn't bring a tear to your eye, mom and dad, I don't know what would, man. You've done a great job raising this young boy, and super excited to watch Ethan grow and see where he ends up landing and stuff. So I know he's got great things ahead of him, whether it's on the football field, whether it's off the football field, and I can't wait to watch your journey. Thanks for being with us, Ethan. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Don't forget to subscribe to Wham Bam's podcast off of YouTube. You can also go to our website, www.whambamspodcast.com, and get all of our podcasts and links. This podcast was brought to you by Cost Plus Processing, the leader of merchant processing. Call them at 1-855-391-9190 and understand why they are the #1 processor in the country.